All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go, my first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. And they're starting off the season against this Detroit team. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series going. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Johnson.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
And the Hawks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
The Hawks trail by 6. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy.
When I asked him what some of his main concerns are today, and he said they're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the perimeter. And therefore, it's essential that they not give up too many open looks from out there, or it could spell trouble all game long, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
Johnson the screen. Schroeder gets a screen from Johnson, and that one's good. Schroeder.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Tolliver dishes to Johnson. Shoots. Pistons keep it alive. And Baines kicks to Tolliver, and he uses the glass on the layup. Tolliver's got his first basket of the night.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Schroeder passes to Holiday. Johnson, a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Johnson gets the bucket. In a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Two for one opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
There's the pick. Passes to Schroeder. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Pistons leading by 5. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Jackson to the inside. Baines dishes to Tolliver. Johnson with the block, and he recovers it. That's good.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Schroeder rebounded by Jackson.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
For a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Johnson comes in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway's checked in for Cephalosha. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Anthony Tolliver out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
It's Jackson with the drive. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Teague, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You look at what Teague has done so far. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
To the paint. Knocked away. Past a Splitter. Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Teague's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Pistons leading by 9. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Over to the left wing. Jackson against Johnson.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Here's Splitter, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And That's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Teague drives in. That's good. And now just a 5-point Piston lead.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Tolliver for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Teague the pass to Schroeder. To the middle. Here's Johnson, and again it's Atlanta.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot, and I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pistons lead by 3, and will return shortly.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. A nice chunk of our offense in the first half came from the low post. And one thing that should definitely do for us in the third quarter is open things up on the perimeter. We should have a lot of room to operate outside. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been one outstanding game from Jeff Teague.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson in at center. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Scott, and it's Holiday in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And so the Pistons take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Jennings. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.